What if I told you that the biggest career moves you'll ever make don't come from all-nighters, endless grind, or magically being discovered? They actually come from a few tiny actions that most people completely overlook. Sounds too easy, right? But here's the secret. Advancing your career is easier than you think.
Let me guess. You've probably had that moment at work where you wonder, am I even moving forward, or am I just stuck in the same place every year? Maybe you see other people getting promotions, recognition, or new opportunities, and you think, what are they doing that I'm not? Here's the good news. It's not about working harder, being the loudest in the room, or knowing the boss's favorite coffee order. Career growth usually comes down to visibility, consistency, and making yourself the person people can rely on. And you don't need to overhaul your life to do it. In this video, I'm going to share 3 simple strategies that anyone, yes, even you, can start using this week to move your career forward. No fluff, no corporate jargon, just practical moves you can implement right away. Here's the quick preview. 1. The recap rule. How a 2-minute habit makes you the most organized person in the room. 2. The smart question strategy. Why asking one well-placed question can elevate your reputation instantly. 3. The weekly wins trick. The easiest way to make sure that your boss, your team, and even you see your value clearly. And here's the fun part. None of this requires fancy titles, 80-hour work weeks, or sucking up to anyone. It's about small, smart actions that quietly build momentum until one day, everyone's wondering how you became indispensable. So if you've been feeling stuck, underappreciated, or just ready for that next step, don't go anywhere, because advancing your career, it's way easier than you've been told. Grab a notebook or even just the Notes app on your phone, because I promise you'll want to try at least one of these today. Ready? Let's dive into the first strategy.
Let's start with the first strategy, the recap rule. After every meeting, send a short 2-minute recap email. That's it. A simple note with key points and action steps. People will see you as the most organized person in the room, even if you just wrote 3 bullet points.
This takes almost no time, but suddenly you're the person who makes everyone's life easier. That's influence without trying too hard.
Next up, the smart question strategy. In every meeting, ask one thoughtful question. Not 10, not a speech, just one. It shows you're paying attention and thinking deeper than surface level. You don't need to sound like a genius. Something as simple as, how will this affect our customers? Instantly positions you as someone who sees the bigger picture.
Finally, the weekly wins trick. At the end of each week, write down your top 3 accomplishments. Then, share them briefly with your boss or your team. It keeps your value visible, and it reminds you of how much you're actually doing. Most people forget their own progress, but when you track your wins, you create a clear record of your growth. And when others see it too, that's when promotions and new opportunities start showing up. So let's recap. 3 small moves. Send recap emails, ask one smart question, and share weekly wins. None of these take much time, but together they create massive momentum. You become visible, reliable, and valuable. The kind of person who gets noticed without shouting for attention.
Remember, advancing your career isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter in tiny, consistent ways. And that's way easier than you think.
So, which of these 3 are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments, and if you found this useful, hit like and subscribe for more simple strategies that make life and work easier. Until next time, keep moving forward.